Alright, just give me a second, guys. Okay. Alrighty, what's up, everybody? Peter Gilmore here for a quickie live stream right here on the Peter fucking Gilmore channel, youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button in my pants down in the description box below. And as always, friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you dare. And share the video all over the internet. Tap the bell to get notified of when I do another video. Hit the bell, get notified, like I said, and don't miss anything. That's all I gotta say about that. So hit the bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss anything. Share the video all over the internet. Follow me on social media. Hit that bell, stick it straight up, you know whose ass. And subscribe to my channels. That's all you gotta do. Simple as that. Simple as that. Alright. Alright, we got Monday Night Raw coming up in at the top of the hour. Should be a decent show. The aftermath of Clash at the Castle, which was not even that good this past Saturday. So we only got one match announced. That is for the United States title in a rematch. We got Bobby Lashley and The Miz fighting inside a steel cage, brother. So we will see what happens with that tonight. I think Bobby Lashley will retain, but then again, who knows? As we're on the road to our next pay-per-view, Extreme Fools, October the 8th, from that great city known as Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And that's pretty much it. So we'll see what happens tonight and tomorrow night on a brand new episode of NXT, The Fallout from Worlds Collide, where basically every NXT UK title got changed. So what was the point of the fucking pay-per-view? But it is what it is. And that's that. Then we got Dynamite, a really, really intriguing Dynamite this Wednesday. It's going to be pretty damn exciting to see what happens with the brand new AEW champion CM Punk, and now his number one contender, the devil himself, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, otherwise known as Maxwell Jacob Fartknocker, otherwise known as Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF. So we'll talk about that. We'll also talk a little bit about the whole media scrum fiasco that happened. And that's that. So don't forget to like the video, share the video, leave your comments in the chat, and if not, do it after the video, because we're going to go up to about 8 o'clock, so I'm not going to go too long for this little shindig on the Peter fucking Gilmore channel. Thank you all for watching. I'm your gracious host, Peter Gilmore, but you knew that already. So let's get into it. Let's not waste any more time. Alright, let's talk about, by the way, happy Labor Day to all you people out there, and all the veterans. Happy Labor Day to you. Hope you had a great Labor Day weekend, and if not, well, fuck you. That's pretty much it. Most of you douchebags had to work this weekend. I did not. I had a 4-day weekend and I enjoyed it. By doing the best thing I could. Sleep. Even though I did my review for Clash of the Castle video before that, so check that out too. But we will move on from there, and that's that. Alright. So let's talk about this whole media scrum fiasco that happened after the pay-per-view with Tony Khan, the new champ, CM Punk, and a whole bunch of reporters, the Young Bucks, and Hangman Adam Page. It was just crazy last night watching all this on the AEW website, on Denise Salcedo's YouTube page, and Wrestling Inc. as well, and all that other good shit. So basically, let's get to the logistics of it. So CM Punk was the first one to come out and do the interview, and he's eating some cupcakes. I don't know what the fuck he was eating. They had like a lot of soda, or I don't know what the hell he was drinking. It wasn't Pepsi. Something you want to tell me that, Punk? You're not drinking Pepsi anymore? Because as we all know, when you drink Pepsi, you get your When CM Punk drinks that Pepsi, he makes AJ Lee go, "Oh shit!" But that's besides the point. But anyway, so he's sitting there eating, drinking limes, look like lime soda. I don't know, but so Nick Hausman of Wrestling Inc., a journalist. Sorry, Issa. I know it's one of your friends there, Issa, my Puerto Rican princess diva. You know, whatever she is. But yeah, he asked him, Punk a question. Thinking about something, and then Punk is like saying, "Who did you do improv for?" And he meant I think Nick Hausman said Scott Colton. Now I didn't know who the fuck Scott Colton was, so I'm trying to find out who the fuck Scott Colton was, and I came to find out it's Colt Cabana. I thought his real name was something else, but that's another story for another time. So Punk goes on this humongous tirade. What else is new? About Scott Colton, that he didn't want to work with him back then, even from 2013, 2012. Blah blah blah. He said he paid him doing the whole lawsuit thing with Colt Cabana and all the shit. And then before he was actually going to sue him, they found out that Colt Cabana had like a bank account with his mom or something like that, and Colt Cabana emailed him and said, "Drop the whole thing, drop the whole thing, blah 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 blah." So I'm like, okay, what does this have to do with anything? And Punk's, just being a fucking crybaby, as always, thinking he's the greatest thing since sliced bread when he's not. And then he brings up the Young Bucks. He's like, "Why do I have to come out here and, defend Tony Khan and defend myself? It's 2022, and you got EVPs who, can't even manage a target and shit like that." I'm like, damn. Tell us how you really feel about the Bucks and Kenny Omega there, CM Punk. So he just goes off on a tirade. And then later on in the scrum, Jericho's with Tony Khan. And then he gets up, he whispers something in his ear, and we find out that there was a brawl during the scrum between CM Punk and I think Nick Jackson. And there was Nick Jackson got a black eye because he got a chair thrown at him. There was pushing and shoving, lots of yelling and screaming, and the Bucks and Kenny even threatened to walk out of the company because of what CM Punk said about them. And Tony Khan just standing there like, "I don't give a shit. I'm tired of this shit. I don't care." So, Matt Jackson's trying to, let cooler heads prevail. There might have been some punches thrown. Like I said, a chair was thrown, and Nick Jackson got a black eye, and craziness during this whole AEW scrum and everything. So new stuff was coming out today with Joe Cronin updating us through the wazoo today about what happened. And all I gotta say about this whole thing is, you want to hear my thoughts about it? I don't give a shit. That's my reaction. I don't give a shit. It's just Punk being Punk. He's probably working us. He's probably trolling us up the wazoo to make us watch Dynamite on Wednesday to see what happens next. And really is overshadowing MJF's re-debut. MJF took 3 months off after the whole debacle at Double or Nothing. He does that whole shoot about Tony Khan, calling him a fucking mark. And then he leaves. We don't know what's going to happen. He's going to leave to go to WWE, even though he has 2 years left on his contract. We didn't know if he's coming back. A lot of people saying, he's going to come back for All Out. He's going to come back at Full Gear, or maybe in December. Or not at all. He's going to pull another Sasha Banks or something like that. So Punk wins the title, and he just acts like a fucking baby. Like, I was like, I'm the greatest in the world. Nobody cares about me. And then journalists ask him stupid fucking questions, and he goes off like an asshole. What do you want me to say? Punk's a bitch. He's being a punk. Or in other words, he's being a punk bitch. He's probably working us. And if he is, that's probably the greatest work in the history of wrestling. Not like the one last week where he won, he came back and he still had to slap him around, and we all knew he was going to sign the contract anyway. That was the most confusing work. And now this is a work between, Punk and the Bucks and Kenny and Tony Khan's involved in all this. And this is probably the greatest work in the history of wrestling. But then again, who's to say what? I don't know. There's just more and more and more craziness in AEW, and Tony Khan is just standing like, oh, I don't know, everything's fine. Bullshit, Tony Khan. Your company is fading fast. Nobody wants to work there now. Especially with Punk, just screaming and howling up the wazoo. Bucks don't want to work with him. Nick Jackson wanted to beat the fucking shit out of him. I don't blame him. He gets a fucking chair to his face. He gets a black eye. I mean, Tony Khan, can you fucking control your fucking roster? This feels like WCW 2000 all over again. Pretty soon, people are going to say bye-bye, so long, farewell, and they're going to go back to, it's like, well, the grass is always greener on the other side, or as Punk said, well, the grass is not greener on the other side. I think certain people are going to be like, well, fuck you, Punk. I'm going to go to Hunter because actually Hunter cares about me. And Hunter's actually doing better things than what, Tony Khan's doing right now. So I'm going to go, I don't care about my career. I'm just going to go get my paycheck and become a star. I'm not going to work with you. And Tony Khan's going to be like, oh, come back. I'm sorry. We'll work this out. There's going to be a mutiny in that locker room. There's no locker room morale. There's nothing. There's no locker room leader can just say, hey, Punk, shut the fuck up before I smack the fucking shit out of you, you fucking idiot. There's nobody. Who's gonna calm Punk down? Tony Khan? Sure. Gonna be the Bucks? No. Gonna be Kenny? No. Adam Cole? Maybe because Punk actually likes Adam Cole, baby. Hates everybody else, but he likes Adam Cole. And maybe Bryan Danielson to an extent. I don't know. But this whole thing is fucking mind-boggling. And I really think that CM Punk needs to shut the fuck up and wrestle. That's it. Go do your match. Whenever you do a match, do a promo, a pipe bomb, whatever the fuck you want to do. Go to the back, change, go to the hotel, go fuck AJ Lee, and shut the fuck up. That's it. Just shut the fuck up, you fucking idiot. That's it. Best in the world. You're not the best. The only thing you're best at is acting like a complete fucking retard. And a big fucking baby. Should I call the ambulance for you, Phil? Fucking idiot. And people praise this guy all up the wazoo. He is coming back. He's coming back to WWE. He's coming back. He's coming back. God forbid he goes back to WWE. He's going to act like a complete prick there. Nobody wants him. Nobody wants to work with him. He had his high in 2011 with that pipe bomb. And what happened? Remember when Triple H was fighting Punk and he cut that scathing promo against Punk with Teddy Long in the ring? Triple H was right about Punk, that he's all about himself. Because Punk always wants to be number one. He wants to be the best. He wants to be in the main event. He wants to have his name in lights and this and that. Well, Punk's gonna ruin another company. And ruin his life. He's probably gonna go away for another 7 years. And I really hope MJF wins the belt from him at Grand Slam or at Full Gear. Because I think when MJF does win, people are going to explode in triumphant claps. I'm just saying, I'm being real. I'm a big fan of Punk. I'm still a fan, but the way he's acting lately, he doesn't really want me to be a fan anymore. Just shut the fuck up. Go do your fucking promos in the ring. Have semi-4, maybe a 5-star match here and there, depending who you fight. Just shut the fuck up about everything, about bringing up things and trying to drop a pipe bomb during a media scrum, and everybody's calling it a nuke now. Yeah, you nuked. You did drop a nuke. You dropped a nuke on possibly the future of AEW. Now, God forbid the Bucks and Kenny would have really left. AEW would have been done. Because there is nobody in the locker room that can control these people. There's so many fucking egos going around. And Tony Khan's just standing there like, ugh. He's standing there with his fucking finger up his ass. Then he puts it in his mouth. And thinks everything is fine. Guy can't do one thing right. Oh, sure. Dynamite got over 1,000,005 to 1.02. I can only imagine what this week's gonna be. I mean, seriously. Punk, shut the fuck up. And Tony Khan, you really need to fucking work on your fucking company. Get control of your company before it disintegrates. And then Hunter, who's been really on your tail right now, he's gonna say, bye AEW, bye-bye, I love the promotion. I'm taking over for Vince, I'm gonna keep the territories, I'm gonna gobble it all up. No wonder half the, Malachi Black threatened to come back. Even though he's not really coming back. He's taking time off to get his mind right. He's taking a mental health break. He's not really going back to WWE. The extras released, but then the company's like, you know what? No, we want to keep you, even though we're treating the House of Black like shit. But we'll let you take your mental break. And spiritual break, whatever the fuck he's doing. He's probably just going home, sitting on his couch and banging Zelina Vega. That's all he's doing. Mental break my ass. I mean, seriously. Come on. Come on, it doesn't take an idiot to figure that out. But if you're an idiot, then you're an idiot. Go fuck yourself. But it is what it is. I don't really want to talk about this fucking media scrum anymore. It's just mind-boggling how AEW is just completely getting discombobulating right in front of our eyes. All because of one guy. And that's CM Punk. Really not Tony Khan's fault, even though he should have control of his locker room and control of his fucking company. Now he really still has one company. He doesn't even have two. He doesn't even have control of Ring of Honor, where we don't even know if there's going to be Ring of Honor TV anymore. And this is around Glory by Honor time. And then pretty soon, we got Final Battle. We're going to have a Final Battle this year? The way Ring of Honor's going, there's not that many people. I mean, Joe came back last night. Whoop-de-goddamn do. Big whoop. But, I mean, what do you got lined up for the next 3 months going into Final Battle in December? And where is it going to be? Hopefully it'll be in New York, but at this point, I'd rather not. Because knowing Tony Khan, let's have it in Baltimore, like it was last year, before I bought it. Nobody wants to go to fucking Baltimore. But, I'm an old school Ring of Honor guy. I like it, like tradition and old school stuff. And I want Final Battle 2022 in New York City at the Hammerstein Ballroom. Not Terminal 5, that fucking shithole that it is. Where House of Boring was. There goes the car. Yeah, it came early today. Usually comes at 3:45 in the morning. Now it came at 7:25. Probably a guy on his fucking moped. And people that drive mopeds are idiots, by the way. Just one second. Anyway, let's move on from that. So let's quickly go to All Out, and then we'll go right into Monday Night Raw. And that's it. Alright, so we started off with the buy-in, or 0 Hour. We had a couple of matches on the show. Nothing great, except the main of, the last match with Eddie Kingston and Tomohiro Ishii. It was good. But we start off with the AAA Mixed Tag Team titles. We have Sammy Guevara, the Spanish God, Sammy Guevara, and his bitch Ty Mello, or Ty Conti, whatever we want to talk about, taking on Ruby Soho, and Ortiz S.A. Match wasn't even that great. The only good thing about it was Sammy getting hit by a golf cart again. Right before they were making their the match, they're fighting their street clothes. Sammy and Ty fighting their street clothes. I mean, really? Okay. So blah blah blah. The match continues, and in the end, they go to the outside, and Ty catches Ruby on top for a superplex onto everybody on the floor, knocking everybody down. It was pretty nice. Then they go back in, and Ty picks her up, hits the Ty KO right on Ruby's fucking nose, obliterated her nose, broke her nose. And 1, 2, 3, they get the win, retain again. Because like they did on Rampage, they won there, they won again here. What was the point of the match? Just to put the titles on the line? Whoop-de-goddamn do. So anyway, Sammy and Ty get the win in 6 minutes, and I didn't give 2 shits. So I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. And then afterwards, we see Ruby holding her nose, and then she goes in the back and throws a fucking hissy fit. I broke my nose! She broke my nose! What are you, Marsha Brady? Marsha. Ah, my nose! Suck it up. Suck it up, dude. That's really, what have you done in AEW lately there, Ruby? Maybe you shouldn't have really, maybe you should go back to Hunter. Maybe Hunter and will team you up with Liv Morgan. And maybe get Sarah Logan back around. And then we'll have the Riot Squad back at it, and then, you know, maybe they'll actually do something this time. But I digress. on that. So yeah, 2.5 out of 5 stars. All right, then we go to the second match for the FTW title. We send for the man, and we call Hook, and Hook comes in, and he's facing Jericho Appreciation Society member Angelo Parker. With Daddy Magic Matt Maynard at ringside. Nothing to write home about. 3.5 minute suckfest. Hook gets the win with the red rum. Whoop the goddamn do. Match I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. After the match, Matt Maynard runs in to jump Hook from behind, but then Action Bronson, who performs Hook's theme song, comes in. Big fat guy comes in and really does nothing. Just comes in and it's like, hey, I'm Action Bronson. Look at me, I'm fat. You know, he's fat! Son of a bitch, he's fucking fat! Well, I'll make him bleed. It is what it is. Clip that, asshole. Because you're fat too. Have you seen your wang lately? Next time. But be sure, when you go take a number 1, please wash your hands. Seriously, you're recording a video and you go to the bathroom and you're recording, you can hear you pee and freaking can't wash your hands. Come on. Dirty fucking bitch. It is what it is. At least when I go to the bathroom, I wash my hands. Sometimes. Anyway. Alright, match number 3 on 0 Hour for the All-Atlantic title. We got Kip Sabian making his return. With 2 people wearing boxes over their heads. He takes on the bastard Pac. I thought it was going to be a pretty good match. not really good technical wrestling, but it is what it is. In the end, Pac hits the Black Arrow. It goes for the Black Arrow. Sabian rolls away before he can actually hit it. Pac then chokes him down again, stomps away at him, sets up the Red Arrow. Is that the same move? Anyway, he hits that 1, 2, 3 to retain the title in almost 10.5 minutes. So obviously he was going to retain. So there you go. So Pac retains the All-Atlantic title. And that's it. Then he goes up the ramp to talk to Tony Schiavone, who asks him, like, oh, what's next for you there, Pac? And then we hear the music of Jane by I forgot who sings that song. Starship, I think. And freshly squeezed orange juice comes out. I mean, Orange Cassidy comes out. And then he saunters to the ring like, oh, look at me, I'm Orange Cassidy. And then Pac's like, nope, not today. Back in the line, asshole. And then Orange Cassidy just stands there like a douche. Pretty much. So, but I think they're probably going to be fighting for the All-Atlantic title pretty soon. Probably a Grand Slam, maybe. I don't care. That's it. So we move on from there. And we move on. Alright, then we see Kip Sabian yelling at his box hat for some odd reason. Alright, then we go to the main event of 0 Hour. We got Tomohiro Ishii, against Eddie Kingston, part 2. This was hard-hitting. This was big, beefy men slapping meat. I liked it. Chopping the living shit out of each other. But in the end, a spinning back fist is shrugged off by Ishii. Kingston grabs a Northern Lights bomb. 1, 2, 3. Eddie Kingston gets his revenge and wins the second one. In the match, I gave 3 out of 5 stars. Time of the match, 13:28. So there you go. So Eddie gets his revenge from the first encounter at New Japan Strong. And there you go. But still, a great match. Big, beefy men slapping meat inside that ring. Good shit. Not as good as Walter and Sheamus, but that's probably match of the freaking summer right there. Match of the weekend, really. Sheamus and Walter beat the fuck out of each other. I was hoping Sheamus would win the belt, but, you can't beat Walter. I mean, seriously. Like, seriously. But Sheamus gave it all he had, and his fucking chest looked like chopped liver. But give it up to Sheamus. Big man. Fella! Maybe he needed a shillelagh. It is what it is. Alright, then we go to the main show. We start off match number 1, the Casino Ladder match. We had Rey Fenix, Bruce, Wheeler Yuta, Andrade. Who else do we have in this match? Claudio Castagnoli, Dante Martin. I think we had a couple other people in this match. Pentagon, Zero Miedo, by the way, in this match. And then we had the Joker, of course. So everybody's doing flippity doos on the ladder, off the ladder, craziness. And then the Joker supposedly comes out. We see like 5 guys in like ski masks come out, like, because everybody's out. Nobody's like even going up the ladder or anything. Everybody's done. These 5 guys come. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Who are these people? People on Twitter are like, it's Retribution. Yeah, right. Anyway, so one guy goes up the ladder, pulls down the chip, the poker chip that obviously you get to win the match, and you get a title shot. So he grabs it. Obviously, I thought the match was over. I'm like, okay, who won the match then? So then the guy takes off his mask. It's Stokely Hathaway. I'm like, really? Punk or Moxley is gonna fight Stokely for the belt? I mean, really? Seriously? But then we see the timer go off again, and then the real Joker comes out, and he wears this weird mask. Looks like Drago from Lucha Underground. Remember that guy with a really weird tongue? Looks like a fruit roll-up in his mouth. Ugh. So anyway, this guy comes out, And he gets to the ring. Stokely hands him the freaking chip and says, "Ring the bell." Bell rings, the Joker wins. The actual Joker. So everybody's like, "It's MJF, it's MJF, it's MJF. He looks like MJF. He walks like MJF." Obviously. So that's that. So I gave the match 3.5 out of 5 stars. And then afterwards, the Joker, like, he picks the thing up. He's like, good. So then he tries to pull off the mask, and he's like, no, I'm gonna make you wait. So I'm like, yeah, definitely MJF. So that's pretty much it. So that's that. So 3.5 out of 5 stars for that. And we will move on. All right, got 25 minutes left to Raw, and we're gonna do this pretty damn quickly. All right. So after that, we get a recap of the Trios tournament, which makes a big final tonight. We got the Elite against the Dark Order of the Beaver Boys, Johnny Hungy and Alex Reynolds, and Hangman Adam Page, the man who does a lot of crowd ball shit and acts like a piece of shit too. It's all started with him, and then Punk's all bitchy. And the Buck's like, "What do? We gotta defend our friend Adam Page." Punk's like, "I don't give a shit about Adam Page. I went through a chair." Was this kindergarten? I digress. Alright, match number 2. We get to this match. The Elite versus Hangman Page and the Dark Order for the titles. We have the devil himself, Don Callis, the Invisible Hand, on commentary. I think we had Michael Nakazawa at ringside. This is pretty damn good to go. Lots of flippy-dippity-doos, Kenny getting involved, not wearing the shirt, not wearing any protection or shit like that. But went very, very, very long. Like 20 some odd minutes this went. Almost 20 minutes. But we get near the end, and Matt Tease is grabbing Page's leg because he was about to do the buckshot lariat like he did at Full Gear 3 when he won the belt from Mr. Kenny Omega. But the leg lets Nick hit his own buckshot lariat to drop Adam Page. Then they hit the PTE trigger for a near fall as Johnny Hungy makes the save. But Kenny hits him with a V trigger. Goes for one wing angel, and somehow Johnny Hungy countered that into a roll-up and almost won the match with like 2.9999995 for a near fall. Then Page hits a goes for the buckshot lariat, but accidentally hits Johnny Hungy, and he got knocked silly. And then Omega just stacked him up, and then I think it was Matt Jackson came right in as the pin was made. 1, 2, 3. We have new Trios champions in the Elite. The Elite. And there you go. So the Elite win the tournament that was made for them. They won the belts that were made for them. So that's pretty much it. So they get the win. Match I gave 3.5 out of 5 stars. And now we're going to see what happens with the Elite as Trios champions. And who they could probably lose to, but I don't know who. Might be the Dark Order. But I don't know. I was hoping to be the Undisputed Era, but Bobby Fish go bye-bye. He's probably going back to Vince to stink up the joint. Well, not Vince, sorry, Hunter. And Stephanie, hi Steph, to stink up the joint. Unless Roddy comes over, then we could have an Undisputed Era Elite Trios match, but I guess we'll never see it. I don't know. Unless Tony Khan can somehow sway Bobby Fish with that money he has. But we'll see what happens with that. And we move on. So 3.5 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, then we got to look back at Jade Cargill and Athena yelling at each other on Rampage right in front of Bismarck Henry. Alright, so then we get to match number 3 for the TBS title. Jade Cargill taking on Athena. Athena came out with that nice little gear she has. And then Jade Cargill came out like She-Hulk. Not bad, but still. She also came out with the baddies, Kiera Hogan, the Woman on Fire, and Layla Gray. I think Stokely came out with them too. Pretty quick match. 4.5 minute match, and Jade picks up the win and goes 38-0. I really didn't think they were going to pull the trigger with Athena. I was hoping, but I guess it's not going to be Athena beating Jade. It might be Chris Statlander when she comes back, or I have no clue who's going to beat Jade Cargill for that belt. She might go 100-0 at this point, over the span of like 3-4 years. There's nobody can beat her right now. Unless Tony Khan brings in somebody, I don't know. I was going to say Tegan Knox, but that's like a pipe dream. I mean, really, who is going to beat Jade? Other than somebody from within the group, maybe Kiera Hogan? No. Layla Gray? No. Red Velvet from Your Mama's Kitchen? No. I think the only person probably be Chris Statlander when she comes back from injury. So I don't know who. I really don't know who. But she's going on a big-time reign right now. 38-0. Over 2 years now. This amazing Jade Cargill. That bitch. And that's all I gotta say about that. Alright, so I give that match 3 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Alright, then we see a video from early in the day where we see Alex Marvez outside the arena. And he says, oh, speak of the devil, CM Punk and Ace Steel walking Punk's dog Larry outside the arena. Probably make sure you picked up his poop. But, blah, blah, blah. He puts over Chicago. Why not? Because it's his hometown. Gets a big bunch of cheers. Whoop-de-goddamn do. That's that. Alright, match number 4. 6-man tag team match. FTR, Forever Revival, and the TNT champion, Wardlow, taking on Jay Lethal, Black Machismo. Yeah! Dig it! As he teams up with the men who are made in Detroit, the Motor City boring as fuck machine guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, with Sanjay Dutt, the original player from the Himalaya, and that big doof, Satnam Singh. Nothing really here. There was some pushing and shoving early on with the machine guns and FTR, you know, from Rampage when they were talking about Dax Hardwood's 8-year-old girl. Blah, 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 blah. Still a pretty decent match. A little bit long, 16.5 minutes. But everything breaks down. Satnam Singh punches Wardlow in the face for a near fall. You know he wasn't in the match. Which led Wardlow to be tied in the tree of whoa for a bunch of baseball slide drop kicks. I think Jay Lethal gets up with the double lethal injection to FTR. But Wardlow comes in, fights everybody off, starts beating the living shit out of everybody. Then he takes 4 people and does a 4-movement powerbomb symphony on Jay Lethal. 1, 2, 3, annihilates him again. So there you go. So Wardlow and FTR get the win in a match that really should have never happened. But still, I give the match 3 out of 5 stars, and that's it. After the match, Lethal and the Guns try to attack again, but then we hear the music of Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe returns after a lengthy hiatus, because with his shoulder and everything from Double or Nothing. He returns, a TV champ, goes right after Sanjay Dutt, beats the fuck out of him. And then out of nowhere, Dax Hardwood's daughter, Finley, comes out. And she decks Sanjay Dutt and then pins him 1, 2, 3. I'm like, what? What is this? An 8-year-old girl pinning Sanjay Dutt. That's just great. That's even could have been worse. Could have been an 8-year-old girl getting beat up by Kenny Omega in Japan many years ago. Remember that one? Some of you do, some of you don't, because half you people on this fucking website are marks. You fucking mark! But that's it, yeah. So, an 8-year-old kid pins Sanjay Dutt. Good for you. Good for you. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. So we'll move on. All right, match number 5, another quick match. We had Powerhouse Will Hobbs taking on Absolute Ricky Starks. Gotta do the pose. Don't forget to do the pose. This was really quick, and I thought Ricky Starks was gonna beat the fuck out of Powerhouse Hobbs, but Powerhouse Hobbs came in with a purpose, and that was to annihilate Ricky Starks, and that's what he did, hitting the Spine Buster on Ricky Starks for the shocking win in 5 freaking minutes. And that's pretty much it. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Sucks that Ricky lost. I was hoping he'd win, but better luck next time there, Ricky. And that's pretty much it. And we move on from there. All right, then after that, we get a look back at the Acclaimed and Swerve in our glory, Swerve Strickland, my good friend Prince Idol's cousin, and Keith Lee arguing on Rampage ahead of their tag team title match, which is match number 6. So we get that. So Acclaim come up with Daddy Ass, Billy Gunn. They come up a weary rap, and then they go, Sesame, Daddy Ass! And the crowd being marks go, oh, Sesame Daddy! And that got the crowd was going all nuts for like 5 minutes singing that damn thing. And there's a shirt, by the way, Sesame Daddy Ass, or Sesame Daddy, or something like that. It's on AEWshop.com. Not that I'm gonna buy it, but it is what it is. If you want to buy it, go buy it. Knock yourself out. But that was funny, Sesame Daddy chants. Just a bunch of fucking marks in Chicago. It could have been worse. It could have been the Golden Snack Cakes chant back in 2010 that the New York fans, the best fans in the world, coined. Because we had a really mess with Austin Aries back then. You see this, Delirious? This is Golden Snack Cakes, which are harder to chant. Next thing you know, Golden Snack Cakes! Golden Snack Cakes! And then Delirious proceeded to beat the shit out of Austin Aries. Good times. Good times. When Ring of Honor was actually good. Back in 2010. Now I was there and I almost got hit with a chair by Jay Briscoe. You bastard. Which led up to Ladder War 3, by the way. It is what it is. I would have took it like a champ. Getting hit with one of those, not the folding chairs, it was one of those stupid chairs that just sit down in the dining room. I like the one I'm on now, almost. I would have took that like a champ. I'm gonna sue you, Kerry Silkin! No. But anyway, so I'll get to the match. Match was pretty decent. Pretty decent, nothing amazing or anything. The Acclaimed were in control, and then we get the good old scissoring of, between Anthony Bowen and Daddy Ass, which set the crowd on fire. And then we continue on. Back and forth. Very long match. This match didn't really need to go 22 goddamn minutes, but still. But we're getting to the end, and Caster used a distraction by Anthony Bowens to hit an FU on Keith Lee, and then he gets the arrival to Swerve, setting up the mic drop for a very near fall, as Lee somehow made the save, and the fans were pissed, because they really wanted the Acclaim to get the belts last night. Obviously, they did not. Then we get a Death Valley driver on the apron. Ow. Plants Max Caster. Bowens gets pulled into a backbreaker and on the inside. But Bowens has to fight off both of the chants, but his knee gives out. Is that the one I think he hurt in a match about a month or so ago? That sucks. That caused Swerve to kick Lee by mistake. Oops. Then we get a roll for a very near fall once again on Keith Lee. But Anthony Bowens gets caught on Lee's shoulders. Swerve then adds the stomp to make it a sit-out powerbomb. I don't know what they call that finisher. But anyway, 1, 2, 3. Swerve and Our Glory retained the tag team titles in over 22 minutes. But still, it was a pretty decent match. I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. Fans are still pissed. Even during the media scrum, Tony Khan's like, oh, I'd like to see this again. Maybe at Grand Slam we could do a rematch. And Keith Lee's like, they haven't earned it. Big deal to get over, but they didn't earn a rematch. Some shit like that. I think they did. I'd love to see a rematch and let them get the belts at Grand Slam in New York, which is Max Caster's hometown, if you follow Create a Pro and all that good stuff. That's where it came from. Create a Pro with Brian Myers and Matt Cardona and other people. It is what it is. By the way, Chelsea Green, pull down your shirt next time. Chelsea Green, Matt Cardona was in a match, I think, with Jimmy Lloyd and GCW this weekend, and I think Jimmy Lloyd had him in, a Scorpion Deathlock or a sharpshooter, and Chelsea got on the ring. He's yelling at Jimmy. Jimmy's like, I'm gonna make him tap. I'm gonna make him tap. And then Chelsea Green does what Chelsea Green does. Whoop! Flash her beautiful boobies. And Jimmy's like looking, then he stopped, and then he went after Chelsea Green, then lost the match. But everybody in the front row got a nice big view of those fake tetas. See, it was me. That was me. I would have just gave Chelsea the finger, and then really wrenched back on Cardona's fucking legs and made him tap, or just hit the Gilmore cutter, 1, 2, 3, good night. And then, as you know, Chelsea just standing on the apron, I would have took Chelsea Green, gave her a humongous big wet kiss, and then took her to the back and gave her, you know what? Would have gave her a Gilmore cutter of my own, if you know what I mean. Show you what a real man is, not Cardona. You bitch. But to each his own. And move on. Alright, so Swerve and Our Glory get the win. Match gave 3.25 out of 5 stars. After the match, Keith Lee and Billy Gunn scissor each other like that. And the fans are like, what's going on here? I don't know about that. So I don't know if there's going to be a rematch at Grand Slam, because they're kind of setting some stuff up for that big event in 2 weeks in Queens, New York City, and I will not be going to it. And that's pretty much it. So there you go. So Swerve and Our Glory get the win, 3.25 out of 5 stars for that. And we will move on. All right, we're 7 minutes away from Raw. Let's finish this up. We've got a couple of, got Real Rowdy in the chat. I'll get to you in a second, my friend. All right. After that, we get all the women's title match participants cutting a promo about wanting the interim women's title. So we get to the match. I believe this is match number 7. So we have Jamie Hayter versus her good friend and yours and mine. Get ready for this. Dr. Britt Baker. DMD, baby. Wearing Pittsburgh Steelers gear in Chicago. That's a no-no. We also have Hikaru Shida and the beautiful Toni Storm. But it is what it is. No flashing in this match, sadly. Anyway, match went a little bit too long. Hikaru Shida almost got injured because Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker teamed up on her on the ramp, and I think they hit like a brain buster or something like that. Then the medics come out and look at Cheetah, and Cheetah looks like she was ready to go back. She's like, "Oh, I'm not hurt." And then they take her to the back. She comes back near the end of the match. Not that it helped, but this match lasted almost 15 minutes, and the commentary was garbage. They didn't give two shits about this match. But anyway, we get near the end. Britt gets back up with a stomp to Hikaru Shida for a near fall. As Toni Storm breaks up a Lockjaw attempt. Then we get the ripcord lariat from Jamie Hayter onto Kushida, causing Baker to pull the referee out at 2. Tony then hits Storm Zero on Jamie Hayter, but Britt Baker steals the cover for a near fall. We get back in. Tony gives Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter a jumping DDT. And somehow, I think Tony pinned Britt Baker. 1, 2, 3. We have a new interim AEW Women's Champion in Toni Storm. And there you go. So the match was meh. So I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. So Toni Storm is your new champion. And she said she would love to face Thunder Rosa when she gets cleared to wrestle again, which probably won't be till maybe Full Gear. If, I don't know when she's coming back, but that's probably going to be your match at Full Gear to unify the women's title. Really should not be unified. Or if you want to unify it, then have Toni Storm versus Jade Cargill versus Thunder Rosa to unify the entire women's belts. That's what I would do. But I'm not the booker. I'm not Tony Khan. I'm just a 45-year-old schmuck from Brooklyn. That gave Rosa a chuckle. It's true. But I digress. All right, so Toni Storm is your champ, and we'll see what happens with her as we move on. All right, then we get a recap of Christian versus Jungle Man Jack Perry, or now Jack Perry. Christian claims that Jungle Boy cost him money by losing the tag team belts a couple months ago. So he started insulting, Luke Perry, Jungle Boy's dad. And now Jungle Boy is out for revenge. So there we go. So then we go to, I believe this is match number 8. I might go a little bit into Raw. But we'll see what happens with that. So we got the Jungle Boy and Christian. This match lasted 21 goddamn seconds. I mean, seriously? All because Luchasaurus turned again. What the fuck? Why? Why did they do this? Why did Luchasaurus turn again? What is it, a big show? Turning every goddamn week? This makes no sense. So he beats, Jungle Boy beats him up, Luchasaurus beats up Jungle Boy, and chokeslams him on the lighting grid on the stage. Then he gets taken to ringside, and the bell rings, and Christian hits a spear, then the kill switch, 1, 2, 3, 21 seconds later, who gives a shit? So that's the low point of the card, the low point of the pay-per-view. So I gave that a big fat 0. Dud. That's it. I assume there's going to be a rematch, but what for? That's it. Alright, after that, we get to Death Triangle. They're ready for the Best Friends on Dynamite in a trios match. Though Pac still doesn't like Orange Cassidy. Well, who does these days? Freshly squeezed orange juice. Good stuff. Alright, so we'll see what happens on Wednesday night with that trios match. Alright, now we get a recap of Chris Jericho and Bryan Danielson. Yes! Which is basically about who's the better sports entertainer, best wrestler in the world, blah, 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 blah. So then we go to this match, which is match number 9, because it's an 11-match card. Match number 9, Mr. Regal on commentary. Regal! So, Jericho comes out in his Lionheart gear. And Danielson comes out to some, white tights with, looks like blood on it. I'm like, what the fuck is he wearing? Maybe some American Dragon stuff from way back in the day. I don't know. And then Danielson is sung to the ring by someone named Elliot Taylor. Who are you? Who are you? Okay. Singing Flight of Valkyries. Okay. Really, if you wanted something good for Danielson, why don't you have Europe come from obscurity and sing Final Countdown? That would really blew the Now Arena's roof off the fucking place. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Flight of Valkyries, but I rather would have had Final Countdown by Europe. But that's just me. I'm an old school kind of guy. Anyway, this was a pretty damn good match. Danielson tries to the bell lock a few times. Jericho got out of it. Jericho gets back up, the Judas Effect misses Danielson and kicks him right in the head. As we see, Daniel Garcia was watching on from the back. And then near the end, Danielson tries for cattle mutilation, not once, but twice. Somehow Jericho got out of that. And then Danielson just gets pissed, like, I'm gonna kick his head in. And then Danielson's backed away from the ropes by the referee, I think it was Aubrey Edwards. And then we get a rolling forearm to Rock Jericho. More hammer and elbows by Danielson. Jericho looked like he was out, but somehow he hits a low blow to Bryan Danielson's nuts, and he will not have children with Brie Bella ever again. And then Jericho hits the Judas Effect. 1, 2, 3. He picks up the shocking win over Danielson in over 23 and a half minutes. And there you go. But pretty decent match. You get 3.5 out of 5 stars. And that's that. All right. Now we're still live, and we're going to go right into Monday Night Snore, your cure for insomnia. And I have to go to the beautiful Issa's watch along in a little bit, but I'll be a little bit late. I'm fashionably late as always. Okay, I'm not putting on Bobby Flay. Beat Bobby Flay. All right, so Raw is on the air. We are live on Raw, and out comes the Rated R Superstar. Hey, Stain. You think you know me? You think you know me? You know, Dominic's foot knew your balls on Saturday. So he's probably going to come out and like say some shit to Dominic, and nobody gives two shits. There you go. All right, let's finish this up, and then we'll get to the comments, and then we'll out of here. All right, so Jericho beats Danielson. Pretty decent match. 3.5 out of 5 stars, and that's that. All right, then we get a promo from the House of Black. They're looking ready to end the Man Cold. It's Stink. Darby Allin and Mito smash CK Petty Pussy. Yeah. So we get to that. Match number 10. Blah, 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 blah. Julia Hart at ringside looking hot, as always. Match wasn't anything to write home about. Lots of hard-hitting, high-flying stuff here and there. But we're getting near the end. Darby hits the coffin drop for a near fall. Then Buddy Matthews gets in a bat shot, which sends Miro crashing into the steps. Ow. Darby gets right back up with a flipping stunner, or the Osaka Street Cutter, and a suicide flippy-dippity-doo. Hits that, but he's holding his shoulder. Gotta learn to stop that shit. They go back in, and it's just Sting and Malachi Black, or Tommy N. They're staring at each other, and then Sting spits the black mist into Tommy's face, blinding him, and then Darby grabs him, hits the Last Supper. 1, 2, 3, they get the win. Obviously, they knew they were going to go and get the win. No Lana, which sucked. No, I mean, Julia Hart just stood there looking pretty, and that's it. Alright, so I get the win in about 12 minutes. Match I gave 3 out of 5 stars. That's pretty much it. Also, it was noted that when Malachi left the ring, he blew kisses to the crowd. He hugged Brody King and Buddy Matthews, and then left. So everybody's thinking, like, oh, he's getting released. He's going to WWE. No, he's not. He's taking his mental break, his mental vacation. Probably be back maybe by Full Gear by early next year, depending on how long he wants to take off. I don't know. But we'll see what happens with that. But I just don't think he's taking a mental vacation just to go back to WWE, because he really didn't ask for his... He asked for his release, and Tony Khan's like, nope, you're staying. And he's got 4 more years on his contract. So really can't go anywhere. But hopefully, Tommy gets the help he needs, gets his mind right. And mentally and spiritually gets his mind right. That's pretty much it. And we move on. All right, now we're going to back with Tony Baloney with Chris Jericho asking Daniel Garcia where he was for the entire match. He was in the back. So as a result of that, Garcia is now challenging Wheeler Yuta this Wednesday night on Dynamite for the Pure Championship, the Ring of Honor Pure Championship, in a pure rules match. But Dan Garcia is like, you guys cannot be in my match. The rest of the Jericho Appreciation Society is banned from ringside. Which they should. Give me a one-on-one, straight-up pure rules match. And that's it. Hopefully Daniel Garcia wins, but I mean, we'll see. Should be a good match, though. And we'll move on. So I give that 3 out of 5 stars. All right, then we get a recap of the whole confused work between Punk and Moxley, with Punk's promo from last week and everything. So that leads us to your main event for the world title. Jon Moxley versus Punk. William Regal in Moxley's corner, as always. Crowd was red hot, even though there was some boos for Punk. They beat the crap out of each other. Punk is split wide open. Surprisingly, Moxley did not bleed in this match. That's a first. But they're beating the living crap out of each other. And then we get into the end, and Punk comes back in after getting beat up on the floor, grabs the Anaconda Vice, Moxley slips out, stomps away, then a clothesline misses, Punk hits a drop kick, but the top rope, Macho Man Elbow, gets pulled into a Bulldog choke by Moxley, which somehow gets broken up by Punk, with a kick to the head, only to be taken down for more hammer and elbow, anvil elbows to Punk, knocking him silly, looking like he was about to retain the title. And then the Bulldog choke goes on again, but that's muscled up as well. Punk grabs the GTS and gets countered. Moxley hits the Death Rider for a near fall as Punk somehow kicked out. Moxley's pissed, tries to grab the Bulldog choke again, but Punk reversed it into the GTS for a third time's the charm. Boom, hits it. 1, 2, 3. We have a new AEW World Heavyweight Champion for the second time, CM Punk. And that's pretty much it. Match was alright. I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. And that's it. So Punk is the champion again, but we all knew that he was not going to lose in Chicago. So he's celebrating, then the lights go out, and then we hear a voiceover from Tony Khan talking about giving talking about how someone has gone over and over and keeps screwing the fans. He says, show up at All Out, everything's forgiven, you'll be put in the casino ladder match, plus get a big bonus. And then we see the clip from Ring of Honor 2005 or 2006, I think, where Punk's talking about, about the devil and everything. Blah, blah, blah. Then we see the demonic Joker from earlier. He puts on a scarf, and like, yep, it's MJF. Pulls off the mask, it's MJF. Everybody's going nuts. Then his music hits in the arena. He comes out, and then he has a big stare down with Punk. Punk's holding up the belt. He's like, come on in! And the fans are going nuts for MJF. And then he's like, thank you! And then he motions for the title, and then he leaves. That's it. That ends the show. And we'll move on from there. So I give all that 3.25 out of 5 stars. So Punk is the champ, but if like I said, if the media scrum act like a bitch. So there you go. And we'll move on. And that's it. Alright, going back to Raw now. Edge is in the ring talking some shit. Then Rey Mysterio comes out. I guess he was about to talk to Edge. But now Rhea Ripley comes out. And Rhea Ripley got a nice little ponytail. Looking hot as always. In a Judgment Day shirt. That's a nice shirt. Which you probably get right now on WWEshop.com. So she's talking about Dominic. It's like, Dominic's my mommy now, you know. It's like, I really gave it to Dominic. I bet you did. Now, she basically said, I made Dominic into a man. And now, wow. Dominic comes out, slick black hair, dressed all in black, looking like he's like 20, 30 years old. Wow. Wow. Dominic standing next to his mommy. And all we need is his daddy, Eddie Guerrero, to come out. You know, if he didn't die. But now Rey's talking to his son. What are you doing, SA, you bump bang bandale? Alright, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna watch it later. But anyway, so move on from that. Alright, let's quickly get to the chat to end this little shindig, and then we're gonna get right into Monday Night Raw. Real Rowdy Sport Rowdy's here. He says, hi Pete, what's up? Well, what's up to you, sir? I'm doing pretty good. How about you? Just listening to your review. Well, thank you very much. The Acclaimed have got better and better. Really good, yeah. They've gotten really good. The raps are getting better. The fans love them. They are so over, it's not even funny. Rhea Ripley's now saying that the Edge that you can't stop your Judgment Day. And Dom's just standing there like, fuck you, Dad. I mean, well, not fuck you, Dad. Well, you're not my dad. And now they're going to the ring. So, looked like Ray was gonna fight alongside Edge, but he tells Edge, like, I'm out. I'm like, fuck this shit, I'm out. And now he's staring at Rhea Ripley. Now he's staring at his son. Like saying, what is wrong with you? Now he's looking at him in Spanish. And he's like, I'm talking to you! I'm talking to you, Dom! And Dom's like staring right into the ring and not even listening to him. This is great. Look at me now! What's wrong with you, SA? Okay, you made your choice. Okay, SA. And then leaves like a little bitch. Adios, muchacho. Get out of here. And now Edge is like, come on here, Dom. Take your beating like a man. Edge ain't backing down. Let's see Edge and Dominic Mysterio go at it. Then again, he's probably going to get hit from behind. I guarantee he's going to get hit from behind. Yep. Finn Balor and Damian Priest attack him from behind. And Ray's went all in the back. Now it's basically it's 2-on-1 as Dom and Rhea are basically out there doing nothing, looking at this craziness. Edge doing all he can. Finn Balor goes right after that leg, and now Dominic's in the ring. They're really doing a number on Edge's leg, and Dominic was trying to get involved, and now Ray comes back. And goes like this, you're like, let me pass, Dominic. And then Rhea basically says, all right, go ahead. And then Dom stops him. And then Rhea hits him from behind. Now she throws him into the ring steps. Ow. Now it's just basically that's basically it. Edge is gonna get destroyed. South of Heaven by Damian Priest lays him out. Good job, Dom. You didn't have to do much. Now what's going to happen? He's going to get it. Well, we have just pulled out a chair, so they're probably going to give Edge a concerto. Well, he handed the chair to Finn Balor, and now they're really going to do a number on Edge. Ooh. Chair shot to the leg. I don't know if that was a bad leg. Or the other leg. Oh, they're really shattering his leg. They're gonna shatter his leg. Now what are they gonna do? Damien has him in this weird Pentagon gonna break your elbow kind of thing. Finn Balor's going off for the coup de grace. Oh my god! Oh my god! They Pillmanized his freaking leg. And now Ray comes in out of somewhere in the crowd and saves him, but it's too late. Well, I guess Edge is going to be out for another 3 months, 3 to 4 months. Probably come back at the Royal Rumble at this point. But, yep, Edge got Pillmanized again and really shattered his leg. His knee, his leg, whatever. As Judgment Day stands tall to end the segment. And, where he's still in disbelief that his son has joined up with Judgment Day. Oh well. Sucks to be you there, Adam Copeland. Good job there, Dom. Good job. Learn from your real dad, Eddie Galeno Esse. Good job. We move on. Alright, the Acclaim have got better and better, really good, yeah. Like I said, with the raps, getting over with the crowd. They really should have won the titles last night, but obviously they did not. And Tony Khan teased a rematch at Grand Slam, and Keith Lee's like, no. They didn't earn it. I don't care if they got over, but they don't deserve it. Moron. Alright. Got a few more, and then we're done. At GCW, are you allowed to do that, Pete? Flash, what the fuck? Obviously. Obviously, you can do anything you want at GCW, I guess. Show your boobie, show your I guess, I don't know. But you can't do it in the WWE because it's PG. Or maybe AEW probably can't do that, but... The only thing you can do in AEW is be Sammy Guevara and Ty Conti and just swap spitting on the ramp. Or in the ring. Pretty much. And that's it. But at a GCW show, you can a whole lot more. But it is what it is. I think Cardona won the match anyway. But fuck Matt Cardona. That's it. Alright. Got two more and then we can get out of here. Alright, reports that Braun Strowman was going to be on Raw tonight. Possibly, he will be on Raw. He did sign a new contract today with the WWE to come back. What's he going to do? Probably nothing. Or be like a roadblock for Roman again. Like we have to see another Roman Braun Strowman feud. Ugh. So Roman will smash, and stack and pin him too again on his road to 3 years. But I care less about Braun Strowman. Unless Bray Wyatt comes back, then they can maybe do something with the Wyatt family again. But then you're going to have to bring in Eric Redbeard. And I don't know if Eric Redbeard will just come over from AEW because he was only there twice. Maybe 3 times if you think about it. The Brody King Memorials, that's 2. And then that match, which was horrible. But we'll see what happens. We will see what happens on that side. Alright, final comment of the chat from Will Rally Sport Rally. I see that scooter motorbike went past earlier. Funny, yeah. Yeah, went by almost an hour ago. Usually comes at 3:45 in the morning when me and you usually talking sometimes, whenever you're on. But yeah, came pretty early this time. 7:25 he came. Maybe he had to go somewhere early, I don't know. But maybe it's just roaming around and he just picks the time. Like every time I'm live, he's like, "Alright, Peter, get what's live. I'm gonna go buy his house." Annoying. It's very annoying. But at least it was a moped, scooter, whatever you want to call it. Who cares? Always disrupts my show, but fuck him. And that's it. Alright, so that is it for my show. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to Real Guys for Rowdy for coming in the chat for a little bit. And that's pretty much it. Anybody else who watched, thank you for the free view, asshole. And that's it. Thank you all for watching. I'm Peter Gomez signing off. Peace out, rock on, and rock hard with your Cocoot. And I gave All Out 4 a solid 8 out of 10 stars. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. And don't forget to hit that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss anything. Hit that like button, stick it straight up. You know who's behind. And subscribe to this channel and all my other channels as well. And follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram if you dare. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so I'm going to go watch the rest of Raw. And hopefully get an update on Edge. But who cares? And that's it. Alright, so I'm going to go on Issa's chat in a little bit. And then maybe, probably tomorrow or Wednesday, I might do the Monday Night Raw review. And that's it. right, now we got Sarah Schreiber with The Miz and Ciampa about what happened with Dexter. And Miz still doesn't want to talk about it. So nobody cares, and Ciampa's like, alright, we have to talk about this stupid feud. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, that's all I gotta say about that. Thank you all for watching. I'm Peter Gilmore signing off. And if you're not down with that, we got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. Peace out, bitches.